Welcome back! This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, Episode 27 of my show, but this is about Episode 26. Now, first off, I want to apologize. I tried to go on YouTube first when I got this computer set up to do it, but it gave me an Adobe kind of flash thing. So it needed to be updated in order for me to do this. So that's why I needed a little help fixing that problem before I could do this video. So first of all, I just want to apologize for that. And second of all, we are like technically, when we get to the 30 set of episodes, we're technically 3 episodes away from the 30 set of episodes. Because this video I'm talking about is episode 27 of my show. Actually, it's technically 4 episodes away from the second set of, the second half of the second season of History of Digimon and stuff. As well, I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And, because this episode I'm talking about is episode 27 of my show, but about episode 26. So I got like 3 more videos to do before I get to the 30 set of episodes, which is the halfway mark. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, this is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, Episode 27 of my show, but this is about Episode 26, as I stated before, and Episode 26 in the English dub is known as United We Stand. And basically, the way this episode starts off is it starts off with Davis and the others still in the digital world repairing this stuff. And then I'm wondering about that mysterious woman that Ken told them about in my previous video. And they're at this bridge like area. And then later on, what happens is, Tony is still wondering about Ken if they can actually trust him and stuff, because he's still done a little bit of things with them and stuff. I think most of them are still a little skeptical about him and stuff like that. And then later on, they're at this area when they're with the bridge, and then the woman shows up again, which is, and then she and then later on, they're at the bridge and they're repairing, and Davis is wondering about TK and stuff. Like, when he's up with Kari and up in there. And later on, while they're repairing, the bridge, well, before they repair the bridge, actually, they're not actually repairing it just yet. What happens is they're at the area, and then the woman shows up, and then basically what happens is, she uses those hairs that she has on her, head to transform another Control Spire into a Digimon. And this also introduces another new Digimon. He's known as Minotaurmon. Actually, before I say who it is, I'm gonna have to make another Greek mythology reference. This is the second series of the Digimon series that I've done where I've had to do that. This is the second episode of the Digimon franchise where I've had to make a kind of a Greek mythology kind of reference and stuff, because the last time I did that was episode 18 of season 1 of my own show, but about episode 17. Now, as I said, this introduces another Digimon created from a Control Spire, and he's known as Minotaurmon, and as I stated, because of that, it's a Greek mythology kind of reference, because it's a Digimon that looks like a... Now, Minotaurmon is basically a Digimon that looks like a Minotaur with a drill-like hand, and his special attack is known as Earthquake Drill. and he uses that attack to destroy the bridge and like a part of the bridge. So they go to stop him, and they find out that he's actually a Digimon created from a Control Spire, and they defeat him. Then basically what happens is later on, Ken's in the human world. Actually, then they have to repair the bridge again because of the damage Minotaurmon caused to it. And basically what happens is that Minotaur, and after that, basically what happens is they finish repairing it again, and then it goes into the human world where Ken is, and he's with Wormmon. Well, actually, they're back in the digital world. Well, Ken's still in the digital world with Wormmon trying to destroy the Control Spires, and then he's wondering if he's really smart enough, and then he wonders about a Sunday stroll to the park, but Wormmon doesn't know what he means by that Sunday stroll to the park. He thinks he means like the ice cream kind of Sunday at the park and stuff. And then basically what happens is after that, actually what Wormmon said there was kind of a joke of that and stuff. And then Ken said that would be great, but what did he said over half of it? And join on and enroll at home, and then they go to the house. They go back to his house, and then it goes to where Davis and the others are in the digital world, and they're in this like desert kind of area. Then it shows up with Davis in this desert area, and they're wondering about the woman again. Like, this episode kind of introduces two new Digimon characters. The first is Minotaurmon, and that's in like the first part of it. And the next one, the reason why I say two is because the next episode after this is called episode 27, and episode 27 starts from where episode 26 left off. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. I guess I should have mentioned that earlier. My apologies for that I didn't mention that earlier, but I just thought I'd get it out of the way now. And then they notice Ken's face and stuff, and then later the woman uses her hairs to transform a different bunch of Control Spires into a Digimon known as Okuwamon. Now, Okuwamon is basically a like I said, he's a Digimon created from Control Spires, and he's basically like a gray version of Kuwagamon and stuff like. So I'll put in the description different version of Kuwagamon, and his special attack in this second season is known as Double Scissor Claw, which is basically an attack where he uses his claw things and uses it to attack, and then the woman shows up on the computer screen in the real world where Ken is, and then Ken's wondering what she wants with him, and she's wondering what he means by that, and he's saying it's because he's the one who keeps calling him, and she's the one who keeps calling him, and then later on Izzy calls, but Ken isn't able to answer the phone because he's talking to the woman, so Wormmon answers for him, and he makes this little operator kind of joke about the joking ready to so on and so forth. And then basically what happens is Izzy's wondering if the person he's talking to is the operator, and he's saying that he's Wormmon and stuff. And then basically what happens is he's saying that he knows him, that Ken's partner, and then Wormmon tells Ken to get off the computer with him because he found out Davis is in trouble, and then Ken is saying that the woman knows about that, and then it goes into the digital world, and he's talking, with, the woman, well, first he's talking with Izzy on the phone, and then he's talking with the woman, and then he goes into the digital world, and then he starts running and stuff like that, and he's saying that the woman used his, pain and sorrow in order to control him and stuff like that, and then he shows up, just backtracking a little bit, I'll backtrack just a little bit here. The reason why they were in the desert, and then when Okuwamon showed up, they just figured they needed Ken's help, so they contacted him, basically. I just thought I'd make a quick little backtrack there to explain the reason why. And then when Ken's running on the way there, he's saying that the woman used his pain and sorrow in order to control him and stuff. And then he goes to where they are, and he's saying that he'll fight them alone and stuff. And then basically what happens is Davis is wanting them to work together, and then Ken is saying that it's his problem and he's going to be the one to fix it. And ExVeemon is there with Davis because he was fighting Okuwamon as well. And then Stingmon shows up because Ken showed up. And then Stingmon is saying that he still has nightmares and stuff like that. And then he's also, and then Ken is saying that he's gonna handle it on his own. And then Davis kind of slaps him, and he says like, I'm tired of your big bad wolfpack. And then ExVeemon is saying that what Davis actually means is wolfpack. And then he did like that, and then he kind of says to Stingmon that he may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but he knows that he can stop Ken from doing something stupid. And then Stingmon is saying that he guesses that they both haven't been the same for a little while and stuff. And then Davis is saying that they could be friends, and they're friends and stuff like that. And then Ken is saying about what if he doesn't have any friends? And then both their digivices activate, and this introduces a new form of digivolving, which is called and then Stingmon and ExVeemon digivolve together. Now this introduces a new form of digivolving for the second season. It's called DNA Digivolve. It technically gets introduced first in the second part of the three-part movie that I'm going to be explaining about. But it gets introduced for the television set, for the TV series in the second season. I just thought I'd get it out of the way. And then they DNA digivolve together, and they become this weird Digimon that has a mix of stuff. But I won't explain who that is until I get to the next video. But I'll just give you a little hint about the DNA Digivolve thing. Apparently, when they DNA Digivolve, when the DNA Digivolving is kind of like the second season equivalent of Ultimate level Digivolving. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And one last thing, for some reason, when two Digimon digivolve together to create one, for some unexplained reason, the Digimon that are created from their Digivolution gain the ability to both their champion forms and stuff. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. So I'll explain who the new Digimon is in the next video because it didn't show the character file for it until the next episode. So until next time, guys. This is basically where this episode stops for now, and it continues with episode 27, and that's when the new Digimon that is created from Stingmon and ExVeemon will get introduced with the character file. So until then, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and like I always tell you, Keep it digital.